Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Amanda from Sprouting Lifestyle, and today I have another unboxing video for you today because I went a little crazy. I am about to move apartments and I had this whole plan. I downsized a bunch of my plants. I probably got rid of about 150 or so of them, and so I was doing really good, but then it was just like, oh, but it seems empty. And then I was like, well, I have some new space for like some wishlist plants, and it's fine. Everything's fine, but I did order some more things. So today we're going to be opening those. These did come in, I believe, 2 days ago as well. Just now having the time to sit down and film this though, so about 2 days longer than they probably would have liked. This is from Best Little Shoppe on Etsy, I believe. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright. Looks like a lot of these are bare root, potentially, just off of initially seeing them. Alright, this is kind of how they were wrapped in here. I guess I'm just going to show these as I'm pulling them out. I didn't order too much from this store, but yeah, let's get started. It does look like they shipped everything bare root, so it'll be a fun time potting these. I'll try and get that done in the next day or two here so they don't go too long without soil. Ooh. Okay. This guy is actually so cutie. Wait. Alright, this was an impulse purchase originally. Here, I'll come a bit closer so you can see. This was an impulse purchase originally, but he's actually so cute. This is, did they give me a packing list? Oh, it's a Fralia something. I will put the name on the screen for sure. But he's just a cutie little guy. I'm gonna feel it out. This is only like maybe like $12 or something like that. He's just a cutie little boy. So I may eventually order like 2 more to give him like a little 3 grouping. But for now, I just have this cutie toy. So yay, that's very exciting. This isn't one that I was like on the search for anything. I just saw it and they had it at the shop and it was really cool looking. I looked up the mature version and I like how you can see how the middle kind of just like dips in like that, and it'll keep that shape as it's growing too, and so I really liked that, plus as well as the kind of like darkish purpley blue sort of color of the actual body as well. So I was just like, why not? So yes, baby number 1. Okay, let me set you back in here. Alright, one of these should be a gymnocalcium, and one of these should be an astrophytum. Let's put a little bit of your root system. I think this might be the gymnocalcium, just based on the little spikies. Trying to be careful with them. Added some extra wrapping with this one. Sorry, I'm trying to like hyper focus so I don't stick myself on accident. I think this was really the only like super spiky one that I was worried about, so I'm just trying to be very careful. curious what the point of this layer was. Maybe it was just to protect from the spikies. Okay, I can grab there and there. Ooh, he's a little soft. Or if it's just because he's been in a box for a bit longer than he wanted to be. Okay, this chunk guy is a gymnocalcium. I will have the full scientific name and like cultivar on the screen. I haven't learned them by heart yet, but I like this guy. I like his like kind of darker thorns. Like they're not fully black or anything, but they kind of have like black tips to them, and they look like just like a little like monster claw or like a little foot or like a little finger. I don't really know how to like fully explain it, but he's just kind of kooky and a little cool. Yeah, I saw this. This was technically another, you know what they remind me of? Okay, has anyone watched the episode of Doctor Who where the things, like, they're dead if you're not thinking about them, but the second you think about them, they become alive, and then they, like, it's like a little hand sort of thing that, like, they attach to your face and put you into, like, a dream-like state, and, like, you have to figure out if it's actually dream or reality. Anyway, I'm going on a whole tangent, but yeah, the way that their claws look, they kind of look like those monsters like attached to your face. Sorry, that was a whole side rant, but like, okay, like look at the middle there. Maybe if I remember to, I'll find a picture of what I'm talking about and I'll put it on the screen so the people who haven't watched Doctor Who will know. But I'm pretty sure it's when Matt Smith was the Doctor still. Either that or it was either Matt Smith or Peter Capaldi, because Clara was the assistant. Anyway, I'm getting on a whole side tangent. He's really cute. He's really cute. Okay. This was also technically another impulse purchase because I wasn't going on here for this guy. But he's just really adorable, and I couldn't really pass him up because he was also like a really good price too. I think it was maybe $20, just over $20 for a rarer. He's a more rare gymnocalcium too, so I'm really happy with this purchase. Actually, sometimes my impulse purchases are the best one. So, cute guy. All right, moving on. This is the last one for this video. Like I said, I didn't do a terribly large order for this one, but this is what I was actually looking on there for. Guys, please stop fighting next to the tripod. Maybe that's why I should have gotten the one that had the legs, because they would knock it over. Anyway, that's for later, Amanda, to figure out. Ooh. Okay. All right, this is another astrophytum. He's chunky too. He's pretty large. I'm actually so happy with this. Okay, let me show you guys. This is another astrophytum mysteria. I've been working to build up my collection of them. I have a pretty good collection going now, actually. That may be one of the next videos that I do, just because that has been something that has been on my mind recently. That's been an active new goal of mine. So yeah, maybe I'll do that as one of my next videos, or like in the ones in the near future. Because I've gone from like three astrophytums to one died. So it used to be 3, then it became 2, and then I replaced one, but then I wanted to get a bunch more. So here we are. I think I went from like 2 technically of the surviving or initial ones to like 18, 19, something like that. and I'm actually really proud of my collection. They look so cool, but this is the only one that's variegated like this that I have. I have a couple other like just regular variegated ones, but this is the only one that kind of does this like star shape in the middle. And plus he's still got all of the little dots going around, so I think he's a really good specimen. He's a lot bigger than I was expecting him to be too. I was expecting it to be closer to the size of some of my other baby ones, but yeah, I'm really happy with this. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna plant him though. I have so many, I like to do like little 3 groupings with a lot of my cacti like this, especially while they're still smaller. And so I need to figure out who I'm gonna plant him with. I do have 2 others that are closer to this size, so maybe I'll put them in a like 3 group in like a little 6-inch azalea pot or something like that, and then I'll put a lot of the others in little 3 groups in like the tiny 4-inch azalea pots. I feel like those work really well for these giant guys just because they do have a pretty shallow root system to them. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's my little haul. One last look, my Astrophyta mysteria, and then I will get the exact type of gymnocalcium cultivar on the screen because this is also a impulse purchase that I am very happy about, but I didn't really learn the cultivar name before I got it, and I don't have a packing list, so yes. That's another one I will put on the screen. And then last but not least, the little Frailea, little cutie button guy. Yeah, I think I might eventually order like 2 more of these because like I said, I like to do little 3 groups, especially with a lot of my button cacti. And so yeah, maybe that'll be something I go back for as I order 2 more of those. Anyway, thanks for watching. I think that's all that this video is going to contain. I will do some more filming today, but of a different video. So yeah, I think that's all for this one. That was my little haul, my cutie little cacti. Yeah, I think I've been really working towards expanding. I think that guy's gonna stab this one. I've really been working towards expanding my cacti and arid collection. There's something, like, I love the idea of starting this collection so young and getting a pretty diverse one built up, and being able to say when I'm in like my 50s and 60s, like, yeah, I've been growing this since I was 23. That's insane, actually, and so cool. And just to see the cacti specifically growing with me, just because they do take a lot slower of a time, a lot longer of a time than a lot of the tropicals do. I just think it's a lot more rewarding too. It's more of a generational plant for me. And yeah, I have some really cool cacti species that I'm really excited to see grow up with me over the next couple of decades. So, and that feels so good to say for another reason and for another video that I will probably touch on a little bit later. For now though, thank you all for watching. If you like my energy, my vibe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I am just starting out, but if you have any video recommendations you want to see me do, or any just advice you have for me going into this from the beginning, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much, y'all. See you later. See you in the next one.